Yo, hey, what's up, guys? I'm worn out and tired. It's been a long, really long 2 days. Hold out. Shout out to Squad Up, 108, Taipei, Taiwan. I just finished watching Genius, the part one of the Kanye West documentary, and what do I want to say about this is something I don't know that I've shared on video before. I know I've told people this, but what's interesting about Kanye West, if you watch this video, right? These videos are from 2002, 2003, early 2000s, and here in 2022, let's just say 20 years into the future, like his mind was already like 20 years into the future, right? So like, confidence going up and down or whatever, but like his, what he had in his mind 20 years ago, he's experiencing now. And I say this because, and this is I think I've seen it. I think saw him. Did I see him say this somewhere? But like, imagine imagine so he's in his 20 years, his 20 years ago self, he's experiencing that now, but his now self is like, think about what his now self is thinking 20 years into the future, when he's a billionaire now, and so on and so, it's I think it's really hard for anyone to understand how he's like processing and rocking the world. But I will say this, because I don't know how deliberate he is about it. I think he's pretty deliberate about it. I mean, he's very deliberate about it. What I was going to say is about kind of programming, like programming on a computer. Um, it's interesting because music programs your mind, media programs you. So programming a computer, there's a lot of different kind of programming, but we live in this like weird world right now where you know so there's obviously people who still code, but you can use the code of the people who code to program, to program programmers, even, depending on where and how your influence is. And and I think there's actually a really good example of it going on like right now as we speak. And you know what's crazy, dude? I am not a YouTuber anymore. I mean, I am, obviously. I'm making this video, but like, did I break this door? This door just fell off. I just broke. Hold on. Oh, I thought I it was like it was coming off up here. Anyway, I'm in Bucharest. I'm in Romania, dude. I'm in Romania, talking about a Kanye West, like, dude, and it's so dope. I'm in Old Town, like, I posted a bunch of videos on Instagram stories of me running around. I think I kind of fucked this door up. I don't know. Running around Old Town, it's dope. Just all like restaurants and clubs and strip joints and food and laughs and fun. Ah, I was gonna say about programming. Well, programming specifically using like obviously music programs and da da da, but using like social media in interesting ways. Because there's this like crazy back and forth with Kanye and the media. But there's something really interesting happening right now, and I'll link to one of the YouTube videos about it. But Kanye posted an image from a person's YouTube. Anyway, he posted an image of a YouTube video saying that his Netflix series that I just watched was number one, and he grabbed it from an Instagram account or something. The Instagram account is called like Kanye podcast or something. I'll throw links below. But then they posted something like, "Yo, yeah, we'd like to interview you." And then Ye like took that and then he reposted it and said, "Meet me in Miami." And now they're all freaking out. Like now they're going to Miami, but like, will the podcast happen or what? But like the rippling effects. Like here I am talking about it right now. Now it's in your mind. But like obviously that's happening all the time with all kinds of media and everything. But what's crazy about 2022 and then 2023 and then 2025 and then 2030 and 2040 is you can create a really coordinated domino effect that like cascades out like in a really organized, coordinated fashion. And it's really like to be, I've been on the internet for a minute. You guys know this. It's not we're only just seeing the very beginnings of like, so speaking about, Kanye 20 years ago, like I'm living, I'm in like a, 30 years ago, 25 years ago, where I'm at now is like what was in my mind from like 20. Like it's so funny. Like the Milltown Kid thing was not on my agenda at all because 30, when I'm 42 is, 30, 35, 30 years ago, 35 years ago, whatever it is. I just wanted to be a martial arts master. That's it. There was nothing else. All I wanted to do was be the highest level martial arts master on the planet that I could be. Like, that's all I wanted to do. That was it. Then, but you do other things. YouTube came along, so I started fucking with YouTube. But like, that was, I like, and this is gonna like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it does make sense, but it doesn't make sense. Maybe it'll make sense to one or two or three or four or five or six or seven of you, or one. Definitely at least one. I know one, perhaps two. But I've only been on YouTube and like messing with YouTube and the internet with the mind of a martial artist. Like, I'm only interested, I'm not real candid. I probably have been in the past at some point, but I'm really only interested in YouTube and the internet and really anything I do in terms as a martial artist. Well, it's funny because that's changing now too, but my original intent was martial arts. And then it's like, what is martial arts in 2022? Because what you see, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, karate, Muay Thai, or whatever, those aren't martial arts. Like, you don't, like, those aren't martial arts. They're not martial arts in 2022. They're just not. Like, they're hobbies. They're good hobbies. They get you in shape. You make a lot of friends. You build community. You develop yourself and everything, but that's not what martial arts are in 2022. Like, it just is not. But what I was gonna, so anyway, yeah, all of my years of YouTube, all of it is just a part of a young Casey's martial arts dream. And like, it's funny because like I am like I've achieved a very high level of mastery of the specific martial art that I wanted to that I ended up attaching myself to. But what I was gonna say is what has changed. Like, originally, it was like martial. Like, so martial for me would be like me taking over the entire city of Milwaukee. Like that was you know, the martial arts me goal would be. So like Milltown Kid was that was like a cool path that I could have stayed on and pursued, and the Milltown clan and stayed on and pursued and built to take the city of Milwaukee. But even like it's funny, like perhaps, but like even if you look at the how successful the Wu Tang Clan has been, dude, I'm jumping all over, dude. It's one of them days, man. I'm delirious from too much travel, and not enough sleep. But I'm gonna shower and sleep right after this. But Wu Tang Clan is huge, and it was interesting to me to go to the Wu Tang district. You know, put it in quotes, the Wu Tang district, and like it didn't feel developed at all, right? Like, if there's a, I don't know that I ever want anything to be called the Milltown. Well, I mean, all of Milltown is the Milltown district, but my what's in my mind, like what I want to do, is like totally transform Milwaukee, like at an extremely fundamental level, using I've studied a wide variety of things. I can't even barter exchanges and intentional community, and there's all these things that going back into being able to build the dominoes and using media to do this cascading effect, you know. But I guess I guess what's crazy, like this will probably sound totally insane, but in my mind, like I finished Milwaukee already. Like Milwaukee's already done in my mind. Like, uh, 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 you know, what's in my mind might be 20 years off, perhaps, like because I imagine I'll still, like, I've always planned to go back, become an alderman, become mayor, or not. You know, someone else runs. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that plays out yet, but I can already see the cascading effect of what I want to happen in Milwaukee. Like I can see those dominoes in place, and it's being worked on. But but then I have, like, it's crazy because then I have this other, speaking of the 108. Can you see the 108 there? The 108. That's Wanhua. That's the oldest district in Taipei. It's my favorite district. It's this is I wear this everywhere I go now. Longshan Temple is there with the goddess Guanyin. Anyway, it's my favorite Guanyin. It's my favorite district. It's like I can see like this parallel. It's weird because I'm in Romania right now, but I'm physically, day to day in Taiwan, and I'm building this other thing in Taiwan, which will also have a cascading effect. And the what I do in Taiwan and what's going on in Milwaukee, they'll meet, and I already see this worldwide cascading effect. All right, I'll wrap this up. What I was gonna say from a long time ago when I was talking about martial arts is that the new element is this focus on shamanism. So where I started like martial arts, I almost want to cry. I should learn how to cry. I don't know if I'm ready to cry on camera just yet, but I'm trying to think why I wanted to be like the biggest, the baddest martial arts dude on the planet. I don't know. I have to think about that, but I think it has something to do, like where I grew up. Our house got shot. I've seen drive-bys. It was all like real gang stuff happening right where I was, and I like none of that was. I can't say that it was ever like scary or anything to me because it was like that's what I grew up in it, but I think I always wanted to do something about it, and it was like an allure to. I was just naturally drawn to Asian martial arts because I thought there was something there. And I'm trying to I'm always like I'm right like oh the philosophy, and I'm like was I 6 years old and I saw that? Well, I guess so because like Karate Kid, that was like my movie. That was my movie. Yeah, I guess it's like it's I've always been philosophical in nature because as soon as then I ran into Taoism and I was like doing like Shaolin martial arts and stuff. I started doing karate, and then I'm doing Shaolin, and I run into the Tao Te Ching, and that's cool. And I'm still doing Shaolin. But then I hear, and I'm like deep into the Tao Te Ching now. Oh, that's what I have on my arm. I have to do a video about that maybe. But like I'm, Shaolin, Tao Te Ching, and then I find out that there's like a connection between Tai Chi and the Tao Te Ching. Uh, and then I just went all in on Tai Chi because I saw that it is the most powerful martial art on the planet. It is. But I think I said it already, and I'm gonna stop for real. But now I have this like I'm drawn to shamanism, and I'm reading Way of the Shaman. Oh, here, look. This I guess is like right at the end of this video. Maybe this is why I brought this book here for fun, just so it could show up on this video. This isn't I was gonna pull out a different book. I'm reading Way of the Shaman. I showed you this in the other video. So that that's about shamanism. I was gonna I got the Wu-Tang manual with me for fun. But shamanism, like where martial arts, you're like, it's funny because martial warring arts is about hurting people, whatever. And then Tai Chi was cool because then it's about like you can neutralize situations. So I can go into a situation where like people are like and I can like neutralize. That's cool, and then it seems like peaceful, and that's tight. But then, and I think this has been happening kind of naturally, but where shamanism is like purely focused on healing yourself, and then through healing yourself, being able to empower others to heal themselves. It's not even, I don't even think like you're healing them. By healing yourself, you empower others to also heal themselves. So now like my mind is, all this work where I was like, yeah, I'm going to take over the city of Milwaukee, and I'm going to this and I'm going to that. Like it's even funny that I'm using the word take over. Like that's so, like I feel like I'm like 18 right now. Like take over the city of Milwaukee. But everything's flipping now, right? Where it's like heal the city of Milwaukee. I don't know. Anyway, check out the Kanye thing. Did I even? I started to mention he posted the Instagram of the YouTube of the whatever. I'll link to whatever, man. Yeah. All right. Peace. For those of you who like long videos, you got a long ass video. Love you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing whatever you need to do to get healing. I'm working on it too. Peace.